I guess we are moving on to Windows Phone. Completely different from Windows Mobile, right? Let's start with the low-end one, the Lumia 520. Basically the lowest end of, Windows Phone I got currently, and also the cheapest phone at the time. Well, smartphone, not button phone, but you get what I mean. You can immediately see the different UI compared to Windows Mobile, because it's using Metro, which is probably the best flat UI I could see, and also we got the camera button, which means, yep, we can take a photo. Not amazing, yes, but it works if it works. And yes, I managed to install applications on it, despite it being not exactly an easy method compared to a later phone that we'll be showing off shortly. Give me a moment while I insert the SD card into it. And yes, it's still using a Nokia back. Let's try running a PS1 emulator on this low-end phone, so it won't be pretty, but it's gonna run. Lagging. And also skipping because of bias. Okay, we get how Parappa works, and the phone is already cooking on itself because of it. Just pull, and the pig's dead. Yippee. Now we get how Angry Birds work. There's a Sonic CD port that actually is very accurate. Can we skip? Yes, I can just press forward and, there we go. Basically skipped. It is Sonic with a good music soundtrack. No, I don't want to go to the past. The phone is actually getting warmer over here. Because it's not being... Oh god. Please speak, me. It's not used to be very active on here. Yeah, we're gonna fail. Yeah. Alright, and... Here's this. The Lumia 720. Basically a 520, only in a different shell and a better camera. So I don't got a lot to show off, but I'll just show it off anyway. At least its camera lens is color size, which means, yeah, it's a little better, but still not exactly the best phone. And also it has those things, which means you can just extend the function. This phone is fucked up because its touchscreen is sort of sad, especially on the top. Somewhere between this and that, it's not exactly very workable. As you can see, I cannot bring up the menu, which means some applications won't work correctly on here. And the screen is some sort of weird thing because you can see some sort of artifacting going on, like it's a old rusty display or something, but that's just really an LCD display being, like that, especially with a thing called clear black. Nokia's technology to making the screen even more darker, as in it makes black and more blacker, without OLED at the time. And this is the Lumia 640, basically the common man's Windows Phone at this point. I had to give it a new case, but it ain't fantastic. It barely fits on, and its volume buttons and the power button are screwy, so we got Minecraft on here. No, I don't want to go to the store. Anyway, Minecraft Pocket PC Edition, which is Bedrock before it was Bedrock, and here we are. Just place blocks, delete blocks, toast, and that's Minecraft on here. I also put the PlayStation emulators, a DockStation, and that other emulator that I used, but I'll need the SD card to go. There's actually a Discord client on here, but I cannot exactly use it because, well, you can guess where I'm talking from. Let's do Fruit Ninja. Standard Fruit Ninja. And it does that sometimes, because Fruit Ninja was meant for Windows Phone 8, but I managed to stuff it here onto Windows Mobile 10, which means some screwy stuff will occur. That's what happens when you somehow manage to put anti-kernel code onto a phone, just having no way to launch .dot. So let's close that. I'm gonna put the SD card on here to test the emulation, and you probably will see what's going on. In order to put an SD card into this thing, you literally have to take its spine off and then remove its bat, put the card, put this back in because this is awful. Let's try the modern emulator first. Dark, your GPU is old. Yeah, no shit. No BIOS found, region, fail. We need the BIOS. Let's try the emulator that the other phone had. Big buttons, because I made them like that. Oh god, I mean it's running it smoother, but is it? Okay, it's doing it smoother than the other phone, but that's because we're having a better phone. Yep, this is proper, running a lot more smoothly compared to the 520. Yeah, we get it. You work smooth enough. There's also virtual arch on here, but no, I'm not gonna touch on that. There's a Nintendo 64 emulator though. Let's try something. And this actually has an Explorer because, while I didn't mention it, Windows 8 and by proxy 8.1 didn't have an Explorer built in on this, so you had to get an external app for it, but here it is. Come on. Yeah, as you can hear, it isn't exactly happy. So, yeah, there ain't a lot of options to just work with that. And I don't see in a virtual controller because, it didn't load that in. So, yeah, I think it's best to just go away from it. And then let's try the VBA emulator. First with the 10, there you go. Seems a lot more smoother than I would have expected. Yeah, it seems running it a lot more smoother than I would have thought. The controls aren't exactly comfortable, but I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do to work with. Speed! Yeah, that's all I guess, in terms of Windows Phone-age. Here's everything from here, and down under this little cubby.